face. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ladies, they're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Dalton now, the pass. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, the pass rush is just...
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Eifert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 51, Tom! Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And the Saints, first down. Got it. 25. Hey, South, 39.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is complete. It's Allen. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get what...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go, man. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton, he's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Passing, it's Dalton. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
22. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Andy Dalton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On the draw, here's White. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Dalton here from the gun. Throw left side to Reynolds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 3rd down. Ready. 54. Got it. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He gets it to Brown, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Hey, 59, ready.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Man open left side is Brown. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Antonio Brown, 96 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete. James White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Corey Peters. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Dalton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Taco Charlton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. They've got his man complete. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Looking end zone for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And a catch good. It's Eifert. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Andy Dalton now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking end zone for Jones. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead them up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
54, South! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go!
Final play of the half, it's Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the toss, it's Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. They'll call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Ryan. Past the 20. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now it's Ryan. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. This is White on the screen. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Another chance for Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Back now in Nashville. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Like 25! 54! 51! Big series right here. Get out!
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that one's complete to Gurley. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Gurley again here on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
That's another Titans first down.
Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for
and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they could somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Dalton. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Mason Foster just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton, and he's going to go down again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 4th down, Dalton wants to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nine.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Ryan, he's got his man. It's Williams. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for New Orleans, it's a good fifth win for them as they play out the string. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boys than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in the finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very action of the count.